Sorry about that. All the things that would be expected of you as a doctor, are you going to be able to navigate the 6 to 8 years that it takes for you to get there? And I think it's really important to talk about the idea that a good career for somebody with ADHD has to be an intersection of their strengths, the hyper focus, the enthusiasm for new ideas that they're really interested in, um, oftentimes the social kind of abilities that we have, to be able to talk to different people, or that just could be for extroverted people who have ADHD. But it would be an intersection of the strengths of someone who has ADHD and not something that requires a lot of what we're not necessarily great at, which is focus on something dry and boring, which would be different for different people for long periods of time, and the routine, not really having fresh new experiences, not really being able to get up and move around in the way that we need to. Even if you don't have the hyperactive aspect of ADHD, I believe that you still would need to be physical, something that requires pressure. But I think it has to be an intersection of those things and your personal interests, which is why it's really important for you to just check in with yourself and to know yourself. And that's a journey that can take a long time for people like us. Um, so this guy continued to name different types of jobs that would be good for people with ADHD. He named actor or other jobs in the media and entertainment industry, and I agree. um, and he didn't say anything about desk jobs. And now that I think about it, I've started a business as a freelance writer because I love journalism and all the places where I have to go and report and actually physically be there. But I would arrange those things, or I would go to concerts. I was a music journalist, so there was that. But I didn't really look at the fact that sitting at a desk doing the routine tasks that are required for someone who wants to get their business out there and they need to just kind of, you know, plug away online probably isn't the best way to play on my strengths. Now, the other video that I saw was a woman who said that she had been at a desk job for 2 weeks. She had crushed her foot. She was actually at a job where she was a waitress at a high end restaurant for 2 years, and she actually really loved it because it paid really well and it played on her strengths. Um, but at the same time, she had this desk job now because she was injured. So she says she had the job for 2 weeks and now she just knows that she wants to quit. She can't see herself self there. And as soon as I heard her say that, she's got really open personality. She's really funny. I just said feels. And as I scroll through the comments, because I do read comments, I read all YouTube comments. For any video that I watch, I always look at the comments. And she had so many people saying that they felt exactly the same way. And it's just like, where else can you find so many people who want to quit their job, every job they have after 2 weeks, than a community of people with ADHD? It was just the most affirming thing. When I was speaking to the woman in the gender studies program, she was talking to, well, as I was telling her about ADHD, she was very understanding, very, knowledgeable, or just really affirming about the things that I said it experienced. And self knowledge is so important. If there was really more awareness about this condition, this special way that our brain works, then the world could be a lot easier for us because there's just so much depression and imposter syndrome that comes from being good at so many things because you're interested in so many things. And I was thinking about that, it seems like, people have said, oh, so what are you just going to focus on one thing, or you're so interested in one thing, but you just have to pick one. And to say that is pretty much like spitting in the face of someone who genuinely feels pulled and called to different things just to either find out if it's what they're interested in or to just to experience it. And I just never understood why people wanted other people to be put in a box. And I guess it's just because that's the only way that they could see the world working. But one thing that I love about having ADHD is that you're literally able to make connections where other people may not. And for me, I feel like you would want to have someone who's just great to be around and fun to be around and who can come and inject their personality and unique point of view into a situation and then head out before things go south because they're required to be on time to a whole bunch of places over and over and over again, which is pointless and torture and just not productive for everyone involved. But there are some people who may want to break out and do something new every once in a while, but really what's best for them is to do the same thing all the time, every single day, like clockwork. And if they get off of that routine, then their life feels meaningless and haywire. They don't feel like they have any direction if they are not routine. So it's to me, it's just a testament to the beauty of how human beings are all different and we have our different groups of people who are similar in certain ways. And, you know, that's beautiful. I think that seeing and researching more communities of people who have some of these same challenges and victories and interests and ways of being is really going to be beneficial for me in the future to kind of not feeling alone and isolated. And it kind of inspires me to continue to explore my different interests. I woke up feeling really motivated. I woke up feeling really good about today. I guess it's because I knew that I was going to be in this meeting and I knew that she was going to give me some great resources and insight into some of the things that I was saying based on her knowledge of higher ed and what programs are there at her school. But on top of that, it just felt good to talk to someone new. It just felt good to be in a new environment. I got lost and had to figure out where I was. That's actually important. So, um, good insights. Just wanted to share those. Peace out, y'all. Happy dreamers. Always dreaming happy dreams.